Hi everyone. On Wednesday night, Colleen and Gretchen were just finishing up rounds and they asked me to speak in private. In my what? Oh, sorry. Do you want me to start over? Okay, I'll start again. On Wednesday night, Colleen and Gretchen were just finishing rounds when they asked to speak to me privately. In my experience, being spoken to privately is never a good thing. They said, Colleen, we're just curious if you'd like to share your Fatima experience on Friday night during reflection. We understand that by Friday, it could be very difficult to turn words into sentences. But please consider. It wasn't the whole turning words into sentences I was worried about, but rather how would I manage to turn feelings into words. I began my Fatima experience 10 years ago at the age of 18. Since then, I've had the opportunity to drive down Fatima Road 8 different times. I was first introduced to Fatima by my former teacher, now dear friend, Chris Donnelly. I spent 4 years peer mentoring in Donnelly's class, hearing him speak about places, this so-called place called Fatima. He would always say, I can't wait till you guys can go. It's the best place ever. You'll just love it. You have to go. Forms were completed, and my sister Kim and I were on our way to this magical place called Fatima. Kimmy and I arrived to Fatima without the slightest clue as to what we were getting ourselves into. Little did we know we were about to become Fatima groupies. We each had a suitcase, a sleeping bag, no snacks, and I think a shower caddy to share. We really had no clue what we were getting ourselves into. We arrived to the condos with open arms, people with extra snacks and chairs, and years worth of knowledge and experience to share. As years went on, my sister and I continued to fill out our forms and wait patiently for our Fatima acceptance. From the first drive down to Fatima Road to now, each and every year presents itself with new challenges, learning experiences, growth, and self-examination. My camper experiences have varied significantly each and every year. I've had campers who are very independent, who can communicate their needs by simply asking or expressing themselves to those who are fully dependent and use unconventional ways to communicate themselves. Each year is different, challenging, and fun. This year in particular has been exceptionally unique in comparison to years past. Some of you may have noticed that I've been really stepping up my cardio routines here at camp this year. I've taken on tricycles. I'm not training for a triathlon. Rather, I was experiencing some good old-fashioned Fatima magic. What you may or may not have noticed is that I was pulling an 85-pound girl in the back bucket. For those of you who have not had the opportunity to meet her, that happy-go-lucky girl in the back was my friend Emily. Emily is a beautiful 12-year-old girl from New Hampshire who loves the breeze blowing through her hair. She was also very smart, carefree, and most importantly, one of a kind. Emily's means of communication are slightly unconventional. She uses minimal hand gestures, babble vocalizations, and body language to convey her message. With alternative means of communication, it took me several days of trial and error to decode what she was trying to express to me. Let me give you a few examples of what I mean. A swift pull to the ponytail does not mean she is mad. Rather, she simply wanted me to pedal faster. A hand raked across the face may first appear to convey the message that she is angry or upset, but rather she just wanted to let me know those sunglasses didn't look good on me and she prefers that I take them off. A forceful jerk of the arm should not be confused with the desire to hold my hand. It just means, could you hurry up and feed me? This week at camp has been much different than years past. I never entered the dining hall to roll out the barrel, or had the opportunity to enjoy the boats or horses, or even make a picture frame at Woodcraft. Emily has two things on her mind: biking and jump ropes. That's it. That's what makes Emily happy. This was very frustrating to me at first. As many of you know, you want your camper to experience camp and all it has to offer. You don't want to be sitting at the sensory zone all day or hogging one of the bikes all week. Rather, you want your camper to get the taste of everything camp has. Like I had done in previous years with campers, I was really trying to get Emily to do the things I thought she would really love. As my patience wore thin, I started running out of ideas. What could I do to make Emily have an enjoyable week? I truly felt a bit useless at times. Then I realized, if Emily loves jump roping and biking, Who am I to stop her? Let's bike, let's jump rope all week. Who am I to make her do things she clearly didn't want to do? So we biked. We biked a lot. We biked more this week than I've ever biked in my entire life. We would bike past people, and they would cock their heads and laugh as we lapped them for the 6th or 7th time, informing me that she was smiling and loving every minute of it. We biked at 6 in the morning until 9 o'clock at night. When we were done biking, we played snake with the jump rope, and I would watch Emily twist and turn her legs and arms into positions I didn't even know existed. She has tested my patience, presented me with new challenges, and has taught me something I never thought I'd be able to do. Emily has taught me that I need not to be so proud. Rather, ask or accept the help that is being offered. As much as I'd like to do everything myself, I simply cannot. As we all know, Fatima is a giant family. To everyone here is to help whenever you need something. I've always been well aware that we're a big family here and we're all willing to help. But it took this week for me to really, truly believe what was going on here. I cannot begin to tell you how grateful I am for all the support and assistance from people that have offered it this week. People would just come by and ask me if I needed a coffee, if I needed a break, or I needed to just go and take a walk. From the paying it forward from cabin 13, of breakfast in bed, which I wasn't in bed, but it was still an awesome thing, thank you. To the routinely relief breaks so I could shower or sit down for a minute. They were all incredible and thoughtful, and it meant the world to me. Although this week presented itself with some challenging moments, there was always multiple people at hand to give an enthusiastic hand or help. You know who you are, and I cannot thank you enough. Throughout the week, people would often stop and tell me how great of a job I was doing. Although I appreciate the compliment, it made me really think. Why are people thanking me? I'm not doing anything that anyone else here wouldn't do themselves. We all come to camp for the same reason. And for that, I want you all to know how wonderful and great you are. Thank you for taking the time out of your life to come here to camp. I will end in saying that I know all the signs around camp inform us that camp is for the campers, but I secretly need camp just as much as the campers need it. Camp fills my heart, fuels my soul, and brings us all together. There truly is no better place in the world I'd rather be, and I thank you for all being a part of that.